Hola, me llamo Ashley McAlpin y tengo 19 años. Nací en Portland, Oregon y he vivido en Oregon por toda mi vida. Tengo 2 hermanos menores y una hermana menor de mí. Soy una mezcla de latina y alemán y soy orgullosa de eso. He empezado aprendiendo español cuando entré el kindergarten en una escuela que se llama Aloha Huber Park. Yo era en un programa de inmersión hasta el 8º grado. Crecí en una ciudad con una gran población latino y muchas de mis amigas tenían padres que solamente hablaban español. Practiqué mucho con ellas. Me encanta el español. Pienso que es una de las lenguas más bellas en todo el mundo y puedo usarlo por muchas cosas en el futuro. Mi mamá ni mi papá hablan español y mi abuela solo puedo entenderlo. Entonces, soy una de las únicas personas en mi familia primaria que puedo hablar español y estoy muy agradecido que mi mamá le inscribirme en el programa de inmersión. Primero, hablé con mi abuelita sobre su experiencia creciendo en una familia latina, pero sin aprendiendo español. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Abuelita Kathy Soto Jackson.
¿De dónde eres?
I was born in Tucumcari, New Mexico, and when I was 11, I moved to Linwood, California with my mom and my dad and my sister. My dad used to work in the State Department, Highway Department of New Mexico, and the work ran out, so we moved to Linwood, California, and I went to junior high there and high school.
What is your ethnicity?
We are Mexican, Spanish, and we're Native American Indian.
Did you grow up speaking Spanish?
No, we did not. My mom was very adamant, and my dad too, that we did not speak Spanish. She did not want us to speak with a Spanish accent. There was a lot of prejudice when they grew up in their high school and junior high, and they did not want us to have that. I learned how to understand Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I didn't start taking Spanish until I was in junior high and high school when we moved to California. Decided I better get some Spanish in me so I can know. So I can read and write a little bit. I don't use it now.
What was the hardest thing about not speaking Spanish?
Not being able to communicate with my grandma. My grandma only spoke Spanish. She spoke a little bit of English, but to be able to have a conversation with my grandma, I could not have a conversation with her. She could speak to me and I could understand what she said and I would talk to her in English, but it wasn't a very good communication until she learned how to speak a little bit more English. And just the fact that I couldn't converse with other people.
Is that why you decided to speak Spanish and learn it?
Yes. Yes, I wanted to learn it. I wanted to speak it. I wanted to understand it. I wanted to write letters.
Did the rest of our family speak Spanish, or was it more of a generational suppression of the language that was happening?
It was generational, because my cousins, who are the same age as me, maybe a year or two younger or older, they never spoke Spanish either. So it was the parents, our parents did not want their children to speak Spanish, and my grandma, my mom's sisters and my dad's sisters and brothers all spoke Spanish, but it was the kids. It was the kids that grew up that did not speak Spanish because they didn't want that accent in them and they didn't want the prejudice to follow them, so we did not speak Spanish.
Do you think the suppression of Spanish language in families is still prevalent today in society, or do you think that's gone away?
No, I think it's gone away. The prejudice is still there, but I think families want to keep their culture. I think the families want their children to speak Spanish and read it and write it and be able to have a double language. The prejudice, it'll always be with us. It doesn't matter where we are. It's always going to be with us.
Is there anything else that you want to tell me about our family history and what it was like growing up in a Hispanic family?
In a Hispanic family, it's always about family. Family get-togethers, family. Doesn't matter where you are. You could live in a different state, a different country. Your family is your family, and that's a Hispanic. That is the value of a Hispanic family. You could never talk to your mother or your father or your sister, but when it comes to a family gathering, you were there. You may be giving each other looks, but you were there. And it's just tradition, lots of tradition.
Segundo, hablé con mi mamá sobre su decisión de inscribirme en el programa de inmersión. What is your name?
My name is Allison. When and why did you choose to enroll me in the Spanish dual immersion program?
When we moved to the area out in Beaverton, we saw that that was available for you guys. And being a nurse and seeing that Spanish is used all the time, and I wish I could use it at work, I thought that would be amazing for you and my children to be able to know Spanish and be able to use it when you're older.
If you had the opportunity to learn Spanish growing up, is that something you would have liked to do?
Yes, because there's a lot of job opportunities that use Spanish and that you can go far within a company or transfer actually a lot of different companies. And a lot of times they'll only take you if you're bilingual now.
Uno de mis talentos más importantes es mi talento de cocinar papas. Este día de gracias yo cociné las papas para toda mi familia. Eran deliciosos.
Hoy en día estoy muy feliz de continuar mi educación de español en la Universidad de Oregon.